Hello subscribers, meet again with me CJH Official. On this occasion, as usual, I will provide interesting and educational information and world news. What's the fun like? Come on, follow me, but before that, don't forget to click subscribe, like, comment and share, because everything is free. Okay, here I give the best information for all of you. Types of classification of animals. Animals or animals that live in this world are generally classified into two major groups, namely vertebrates and invertebrates, namely the classification of animals based on their backbone. You can read the article, Classification of Animals Based on Vertebrates and Invertebrates. In addition to the animal classification, there are also various types of animal classification such as based on the type of food, the type of place where they live, their body covering, the way they move, the way they breathe and based on the way animals reproduce. The following are several types of animal classification and examples of the types of animals that belong to it. Classification of animals based on where they live is generally classified into three, namely 1. Animals that live on land, for example tigers, dogs, cats, cows, horses, goats, snakes, and so on. 2. Animals that live in water. Aquatic animals consist of animals that live in sea water, namely snapper fish, sardines, tuna, mackerel, tuna and so on. Whereas animals that live in fresh water include carp, tilapia, mujerfish and so on. 3. Animals that live on land and water. This type of animal is usually called amphibians, amphibia, namely animals with vertebrates that live in two realms. Examples of amphibians include frogs, lizards, and Caecilians. Classification of animals based on the type of food is classified into three types, namely 1. Herbivores, plant-eating animals. Examples of herbivorous animals include cows, goats, horses, rabbits and so on. 2. Carnivores, meat-eating animals. Examples of carnivorous animals include cats, lions, tigers, dogs, wolves and many more. 3. Omnivores, meat and plant-eating animals. Examples of omnivorous animals include rats and chickens. Animals that are classified based on their body coverings consist of three types, namely 1. Animals with scales. Examples of animals whose body covers are scales include snakes and fish. 2. Fur animals. Examples of animals whose bodies are covered with feathers include chickens, birds, ducks and geese. 3. Animals with hair. Examples of animals with hair include cats, dogs, monkeys, bears, lions and many more. Animals are classified based on the way they move, consisting of four types, including 1. Animals that move on their feet. Examples of animals that move on their feet include cats, horses, dogs, lions, giraffes, elephants, tigers, rats, wolves and so on. 2. Animals that move with wings. Examples of animals belonging to this type are birds, butterflies and other winged insects. 3. An animal that moves on its belly. This type of animal is often referred to as reptiles or reptile animals, for example snakes, crocodiles, dragons and lizards. 4. An animal that moves with fins, for example fish. Classification of animals based on the way of breeding consists of three, namely 1. Oviparous, namely animals that reproduce by laying eggs. Examples are chickens, ducks, turtles, and fish. 2. Vivipar, that is, animals that reproduce by giving birth. For example, buffalo, horse, goat, elephant, cat, rabbit, rat, and many more. 3. Ovoviviparous, namely animals that reproduce by giving birth and laying eggs. For example, snake. Classification of animals based on how they breathe include: 1. Animals that breathe with gills. For example, fish. 2. Animals that breathe with lungs. For example, dogs, whales, cats, tigers, lions, and so on. 3. Skin-breathing animals. For example, earthworms. 4. Animals that breathe with the trachea. For example, butterflies, bees, ants, and others. 5. Animals that breathe with lungs and skin. For example, frog.